Microsoft Word is one of the most common tools used in today's workplaces. In many job interviews, you will be asked Word questions, and showing that you know how to use Word well can make a big difference in whether you will get the job. In this video, I'll walk you through some of the most important Word scenario-based questions you will likely to be asked in a job interview. And at the end, I'll share some helpful tips on how you can get ready for the job interview even faster. So be sure to stick around for that. Let's get started. Very frequently, you may need to edit a document that only exists as a scanned PDF. The good news? You can convert scanned PDFs into fully editable Word documents, either with Microsoft Word or using free alternatives. Let me walk you through both methods along with important tips so you don't waste time or lose formatting. Let's get started. First, we need to check the PDF type and quality. Before you even open the file, it's crucial to understand what kind of PDF you're dealing with. Some PDFs are scanned images, and this require optical character recognition, or OCR. But if your PDF was exported from Word document or software like Excel, it's already digital and editable, no OCR needed. You can usually tell by trying to highlight the text in a PDF viewer. If you can't select individual words or letters, it's the image-based scan. In this resume example, you can also compare the pictures and quickly see which one was exported directly from Word and which one was scanned. If you have Microsoft Word, it's by far the easiest and most accurate method. You can open document in Word by using File Open method. When Word opens the file, it will prompt you with the message. Word will convert your PDF into an editable Word document. Click OK. Word will run OCR automatically and extract the text from the image. Now let's cover some important tips to make sure the conversion goes smoothly. Number 1. Image quality affects accuracy. Low-resolution scans, blurred pages, or handwriting may confuse the OCR engine. Aim for at least 300 dpi scans when possible. Another important consideration is that formatting might break. You may see misaligned tables, strange line spacing, or headers pushed into the body text. Word does the best conversion, but it's not perfect. And this is exactly what we see in this document. Let's see how we can clean it up. Make sure to double-check special characters. They often get scrambled. And you can also use Styles pane to reapply consistent formatting. And once you cleaned up the formatting, make sure to save the document under new name to preserve the original PDF file. If you don't have a Word license, there are still great options available, but they come with a few trade-offs. You can upload scanned PDF to Google Drive, and then right-click on the file and select Open with Google Docs. Google will run its own OCR engine and convert the scanned content into Google Docs file. Google's OCR engine works best for plain text documents like letters, form, and notes. You can also use free online OCR tools like Small PDF. It lets you upload a scanned PDF and download the converted Word file. But be careful, many free tools comes with limitations and privacy concerns. Another alternative is to use Microsoft Word Online. If you don't have a desktop version of Word, try Word Online at office.com. All you need is a free Microsoft account. You can open and edit Word documents online, which is perfect for lightweight tasks or occasional use. You can also try tools like LibreOffice, Tesseract OCR, or Capture to Text. These tools are free to download and let you either edit PDFs or run the OCR locally. These tools take a little bit more effort, but they're great if you prefer offline tools. A lot of times, you need to share a document but remove sensitive data, like names, account numbers, or confidential terms before sending it out. This process is called redaction. Let's start by identifying and highlighting what needs to be redacted. As a first step, let's use a Word Highlighter tool to temporarily mark everything that should be redacted. That helps you review before finalizing redaction. In the next step, let's replace sensitive data with black bars or placeholder text. To redact text, don't just change the color of the text. You need to completely replace it so the data isn't recoverable. And there are two safe ways to do it. Replace it with the black rectangles or replace the content with the placeholder characters, like redacted in square brackets. Even after redacting visible text, documents may still contain hidden data, like comments, revision history, or author names. Let's clear that too. Let's navigate to File, Info, Check for Issues, and Inspect Document. This allows us to run Document Inspector to remove all metadata, comments, and track changes. And in the last step, let's save a secure copy for distribution, preferably as PDF. We'll use File, Save As, choose Location, and name it same name as the original document plus redacted contract. A lot of times, especially if you're a business professional, you'll find yourself needing to send invoices frequently. Let me share with you how to create professional, reusable invoice template in Microsoft Word, and along the way, we'll explore key business considerations and productivity features that make your invoices smarter, faster, and more client-friendly. Once we start with the blank Word document, go to the Layout tab and set your margins to narrow. This gives you more room for tables and fields while keeping everything printable. At the top, let's add your business name, contact details, and logo. This builds trust and ensures your invoice is instantly recognizable. We will use Word's header section to keep this information consistent across multiple pages, and make sure to insert your logo by using Insert Pictures. Align text and visuals using table layout and text boxes. In the next step, we'll add a clear section for client information, invoice number, invoice date, and due date. We will use Word tables to accomplish this, and here's the business tip for you. A consistent invoice numbering system like INV, the year, and the invoice number helps track payments, prevent duplicates, and organize files. In the next step, let's create a table to capture the work done. You will want columns like item, description, quantity, rate, and the line total. You can change the background in both table sections to make it look more professional. In the next step, let's add taxes, discounts, and grand total. Right under the item table, include rows for subtotal, tax, discounts, and final amount due. You can reposition the new table to make it look more professional. And here's the business tip for you. Always list taxes or discounts separately. It improves transparency and helps clients with accounting or reimbursements. And in the last visible section on the invoice, we can insert payment terms and notes. Make sure to always be clear about payment terms to avoid delayed payments. Also, consider adding a short "thank you for your business" note. It builds goodwill. Once your invoice is polished and functional, make sure to save it as Word template so you can reuse it without accidentally overwriting it. You can select Word template in the Save As dialog box. Before sending, export your invoice as PDF to ensure formatting is preserved and edits aren't made by mistake. A lot of times, whether you're in legal services, a consultant, a freelancer, or a business professional, you'll find yourself needing to format a contract in Word. Let me show you how to format a clean, legally sound contract in Microsoft Word, and along the way, we'll highlight key business and legal best practices that every professional should know. We begin with a blank document or an existing draft. First, set your margins to 1 inch and choose a clean, formal font like Times New Roman or Calibri, sizes 11 or 12. These basic formatting steps aren't just cosmetic. They create a more readable and scannable contract for both internal reviews and legal counterparts. Legal contracts are complex, so breaking them into well-labeled sections is essential. Use Heading 1 for major parts like scope of work, compensation, and termination, and Heading 2 for subsections. Let's now talk about clauses. In legal writing, numbering matters. Use multi-level lists to number your contract in a consistent way, like 1.1, 1.2, 2.1, and etc. This way, you don't have to manage it manually. This enables readers to reference specific section quickly and keeps your layout compliant with legal norms. Every contract ends with the signature. Use Work Signature Line feature to insert a professional-looking area for signing. And for document you plan to reuse, you can make parts of your contract editable with the content controls. In the next step, let's consider locking the document with restricted editing. Contracts must be secure, especially if you're sharing drafts for review. You can use Word Restrict Editing feature to lock layout and styles, while allowing changes only in fillable fields or comments. You can also turn and track changes to keep a revision history of all the edits, essentially for legal negotiations. And once you're done formatting your contract, save it as Word template.x or export it to PDF. Many times, you'll need to organize long documents, like reports, manuals, or essays, and the table of content makes it easier for readers to find what they need. Let me show you how to create, customize, and update table of content in Microsoft Word step by step. First, you need to make sure that section titles in Word are formatting using heading styles. This is how Microsoft Word knows that content should go into the table of content. Once your headings are applied, place your cursor at the top of the document, or wherever you want the table of content, and insert it through the Reference tab. The navigation pane in Word lets you preview and jump between sections based on your headings. It's also a great way to check if everything is structured properly. You can fully customize how your table of content looks and what levels it includes. For example, you may only want to show heading 1 and 2, or change the font size and spacing. If you make changes, like adding new sections or moving content, you can update the table of content in one click, so it always stays accurate. Very frequently, you'll find yourself comparing two Word documents that were edited by different people or revised over time. Maybe you're managing a project proposal or reviewing a report update. In our example, we have two versions of a quarterly budget proposal, one original and the one that was recently revised by the team member. To begin the comparison, let's open one of the documents in Word and go to the Review tab at the top. Next, locate the Compare button on the Review tab. Click the drop-down and select Compare. This launches the Document Comparison tool. In the dialog box, select the two files. For the original document, select Original Document.x, and for the revised document, choose the updated Document.x. Word generates a new document showing track changes. Here you can see edits like the change from 10% to 15% and from brand awareness campaign to brand visibility. These edits appear as insertion, deletions, or formatting tweaks, all clearly marked for review. If you want to keep a record of the differences, save the comparisons as a new file. Just go to File, Save As, and name it as something like Budget Comparison Q2.x. You can now send this version for approval or keep it for your own records. Very frequently, you'll find yourself needing to combine multiple Microsoft Word documents into one. Fortunately, Word has built-in tools to help you merge documents efficiently without losing formatting or structure. Let's walk through it. In this example, we have 4 documents. Base document, Annual Report Main Doc.x, which includes cover and introduction. And there are 3 to be merged files, Financials.x, Appendix.x, and Market Trends 2025.x. To complete the merge, go to the Insert tab on the top ribbon. Click the object on the far right, then select Text from File. This allows you to insert full content of another document. In a pop-up window, select the document or documents you want to merge. You can select the multiple files by holding the Control button. Click Insert and the content will appear where the cursor was. As you can see, content was inserted in incorrect order. Let's move items manually to make sure it reflects the content structure. Sometimes merging documents causes formatting inconsistencies. To keep things clean, use styles to maintain consistent headings, fonts, and layouts across merged sections. As you can see in this document, we use Heading 1 and normal styles. You can clearly see the structure in Navigation pane. All items are Heading 1. If you want to change that, you need to change the style. Finally, you can save the newly merged document under the new name to preserve the originals. This is a great way to keep in version history, especially in the collaborative work. Well, that's it for now. If you learned something new, hit the like button and subscribe to Online Training for Everyone. Have a wonderful day.